Oh my. Welcome to the new show of Dick in the Box, where every box is left up to interpretation, because we're all dicks. Y'all go ahead and welcome your favorite host, the Dicks and the Boxes, Kimberly, Ian, Corell, and Dirty.
Good, not cursing.
I'm telling you, I know that jaw is overflowing. I don't know who she gonna bless with it, but I know it's overflowing.
Oh, I might already bless somebody.
Who you bless?
She paid for that.
Pay for what?
I don't know in Jesus' name.
Better not. I better the fuck
You
not.
paid for it. It's
Bet
okay.
not.
When you got it, it ain't tricking. And you
No, it ain't.
It ain't tricking if you
I'm
got
a whole
it.
motherfucking entrepreneur. I'm broke.
No, you ain't broke. You paying for it.
I never pay.
What's up, Nikki? I see you just
that's what I'm
jumped
talking
in.
about.
Shouts out, congratulations on
You
the
not
new
late,
home.
honey. Hey, honey.
That's what's up. I can't wait for that backyard barbecue and stuff.
Who having a backyard barbecue?
My friend Nikki just bought a home, y'all. And you know in Louisiana, when you come into property, you bake ball and crawfish.
Yes.
And fry
I
and
heard the profit
bacon.
prices in there is good too.
What?
Backyard again type T.
Like
No, she brought it here. She brought it here. Like, she just graduated from college. She has an amazing job. And she just purchased a home.
Congratulations, baby.
Shout out
Yeah,
to
and
Nikki.
I know y'all not used to seeing us twice in 1 week.
Right,
But
we
remember,
here.
remember we went live on Saturday.
we did.
And this is our regular day. So don't feel any
So we
type of
back.
way.
Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Ready for y'all hoes. Hey.
Yeah, so look, before we get started and things, go ahead and share this.
Start
Do a
that watch
slight
party.
party.
Start that watch party. Get your popcorn. Grab your tea. It's time for the drama.
Yes.
Dick in the Boxes in the building. Y'all know what's up.
No,
Oh, listen, y'all. Anybody that's in the community that's old school, new school, middle school, I really need y'all to keep Miss Candace in your prayers. She's in the hospital. We are trusting God for good news, for a good report. I'm not going to go into details because that's her personal business, but just know that my maternal gay mother is well beyond her years. She's like 80-something years old, and she still looks 45. So I'm still trusting God for just a little bit more preservation. I was supposed to go see her today, but I am afraid as hell to walk into that room and see her in a hospital bed because she is Miss Can't Stop, Won't Stop.
Yeah. Ooh. It's a lot.
Yeah.
We're starting real heavy.
Yeah.
Can we lighten this up with the fact that Jada Pinkett Smith and August Alsina is allegedly having an affair?
It can't be alleged. It ain't alleged because I seen the text messages, bitch.
You seen them? She let you have her phone?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what the text message said?
So the video that he put out is basically, he was actually calling her by her middle name, which is either Monet or Moray. Okay, so the text message stream between him and Moray had a lot of hot, nasty, fucking ducking, dicking and shit going on in the girl. And he did a whole motherfucking video. You hear me? 4 minutes and 53 seconds, honey.
I gotta fix something.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta fix something. There we go.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
it really don't matter because Will and Jada, they already said that they cool with, fucking people outside of the relationship. Jada said this. She said it don't matter, what happens at the end of the day. We still love each other.
Who still love each other?
Yeah.
Jada and Will. So
Yeah.
it's like I don't care who you fuck. I don't care what you do. At the end of the day,
They have an open relationship, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
open.
And he fucking get his little booty played in,
Yeah.
and then she fucked
Oh
up.
my God.
I mean, I'm not
But
saying
my thing is,
you can't say
Jada
he-
got a nice pick though, because she got a 504 boy. Y'all know how
Yeah.
that go.
Yeah, in August, I think I read a couple years ago where August had busted through somebody's walls because his dick was so big. Listen, those men from the 504, I only date men from Florida and 504 because if I ever decide to be versatile, I want something to rupture
You not
My
versatile?
rapture.
Why did I think you were versatile?
I don't want nothing to rough shit now.
I do
be
consider
cool.
myself a versatile top, but that's neither here nor there because most people only experience me as a top.
So a versatile top means that you're primarily a top, but you'll go to the bottom if you need to.
I'll go so far to the bottom you can call me dirt.
Oh, jeez.
Oh. Okay, so opinions. Do y'all feel like Jada is wrong for fucking on August? I'm here for it.
Well, if they got an open relationship, she's not wrong. Now, if they didn't have an open relationship, then of course it'll be an infidelity issue. But if they got an open relationship,
but that boy is like 16 years.
Okay, so then Jada is R. Shelley.
And he's
bitch,
also
don't call her no motherfucking R. Shelley.
He's also really, 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 really hot. I thought he had stopped singing because he had found the Lord.
No, he didn't stop finding no Lord. He found some Percocets.
Yeah.
That's what he found.
Kids saying you missed my tag.
He had a bad addiction.
Kids telling me, text me saying you missed my tag.
Then tag him in the comments.
Okay.
We'll tag him afterwards.
Okay.
Speaking of tagging and tabs, Cardi B
is drugging the boys. So here's my thing. I know a lot of strippers.
I want y'all to be hypocritical because I'm gonna wear Kim out.
You not. No,
you're
not. I am not gonna be hypocritical or judgmental, sis. Let's go.
What's up?
I know a lot of stripper bitches. My cousins is strippers. I know, Ken people that's strippers. Listen, them boys is not getting motherfucking drugged without knowing none. They want that pussy. They know they gonna get robbed. 9 times out of 10, if they in the car with a stripper, if they in the car with 2 strippers, they know for sure they gonna get got. But them, if they ain't reporting the shit and saying, oh, she took my drugs, she took my money, it shouldn't be no motherfucking issue with it. Now we motherfucking 10 years later, the girl no longer strips. She a fucking star, and y'all want to have a fucking problem with it. I don't think it's the same motherfucking thing as R. Kelly or Bill Cosby. Mm-hmm. That's her motherfucking business. If you got, you got. God knows my motherfucking heart. So if I was a stripper bitch, I would get you.
There is the hypocritical response.
So are you saying
when it was Bill Cosby and it was R. Kelly, that girl had a stance. She felt some sort of way. Now it's the girls, and it's okay. It's not okay. Same rules apply. If Bill was drugging and he got time, Cardi, hang your crown up, bitch. You're gonna get some time.
Girl, fuck you.
So the only difference is, I think, is the culture, right? So when Bill Cosby was drugging people, he was doing it out of a sense of power. Cardi B was not doing it out of, in my opinion.
What you think she was doing that?
So she was doing it out of a necessity. She needed coin.
Yeah. When you're in
they had the coin, so they had the power.
No. When you're in survival mode, you do things that will get you through survival. This man already had money. He was using it as a sense of manipulation so he can get some pussy. Ain't no way in hell you got that much motherfucking money and you got drug sis to give you some pussy. If she say no, she say no. Well, these niggas knew they was gonna get some pussy. They still got some pussy. They just came up off of whatever motherfucking money they had. Period.
Well, Cardi B could have raped me. I'd have been okay with
Listen, rape me, sis.
Even with her not being famous, she could have raped me. I'd have been cool with it.
So y'all tuned in. Tell me what y'all think. So do you think that Cardi B was right? Put a heart. If she is just like Bill Cosby, put an angry face. Let's see what the T is.
Yeah.
Let's see what the T is.
Yeah. Let me see them. Let me see what these reactions.
What they giving? Oh, Kim me over here.
Kim busting the screen like she dare y'all to put an angry face. Oh, Kim, y'all better speak how y'all feel. Load them angry faces up. She ain't no different.
Ain't nobody. I ain't say she was no different than Bill. What I'm saying to you, sis, is that Cardi, she was in survival mode.
Whatever, man.
You're a different type of person.
But Bill Cosby was in survival mode too. He needed some pussy. His wife sex was tired as fuck, and he needed to fuck somebody else. So he was in survival mode too.
So look, we're not gonna get to the end of that. The bitch was in survival mode. Boots.
Yeah, and she got Grammy pussy.
She got Grammy pussy, right?
She got Grammy pussy now. It still what? Girl, you not finna sit up and talk about
I will
Cardi
agree.
B.
I have to say this. I think Cardi B is amazing. I think what's going on back there. I think Cardi B is amazing. But I don't think she's pretty. That ain't got nothing to do with what I was
You don't
about to
think
talk about.
I'm a Cardi B fan. I just
mean,
wanted to
when
play
she
devil's
does this,
advocate.
she is.
Like for me,
I mean, she's glamorous.
Cardi B brings out my feminine alter ego. So I love Cardi B.
I secretly think Cardi B.
Oh, you trying to shade Cardi B?
I think
you trying to shade her.
I think Cardi B looks like she belongs on an alopecia commercial. Okay.
So she looks like she got a crusty scalp. I'm trying to figure out where you
So listen. So
y'all girls.
So in contrast, how do you feel about Nicki?
Nicki Minaj, what?
I know you gonna say I don't know her.
Oh, well, you
but
know,
like, do you?
Nicki is with the
Anita's
now. She's historical.
Yeah, I like Nicki and I like Cardi B. So when that whole beef thing came out, I felt like Nicki was the older person and she should have not been as childish as she fucking was because she wanted Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown and all of those girls to accept her. When she came into the game, I felt like she should have been just as open with the receiving of Cardi B. But if we just want to be real about it, Megan Thee Stallion is my bitch. Cash Doll is my bitch.
I'm with that.
So
I like Cash Doll.
I fuck with Cash Doll heavy.
I like Cash
So
Doll.
I mean, it is what it is. Them girls can do whatever they want to do.
I don't know. I like
That's
that.
their business.
Enough of this foolishness.
But I feel like Moneybag fucking all.
I like what's that girl?
Don't talk about that because Moneybag was my baby.
Moneybag.
He was fucking nigga.
You know he.
What's the other girl from here?
Yeah, on that live.
Yeah, you know he did.
Yeah, I like Just Brittany.
Oh, hell no.
I know you fucking lie.
Y'all like stop hating on y'all own.
So what is it about Just Brittany that you
y'all
like?
just forget everything.
What is it about?
Everything. It don't matter if you don't like her. I like Just Brittany.
Girl,
see how y'all hate on your own people.
What is it?
That girl carried Houston on her back for ladies for years.
What is
she carried on her back?
Yeah, who was doing it for y'all before Just Brittany as a female?
So
nobody, and we was okay with that.
See,
speaking of,
honestly, when Just Brittany came, nobody was doing it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what.
Speaking of the unfortunate demise of rappers, Nipsey Hussle died.
Lord Jesus.
Unfortunately.
Let me give y'all the stats. I got the picture of the dude. The dude that alleged. Now keep in mind, this is allegedly. You're innocent until proven guilty. But fuck the picture. Basically, the dude got out the car, came around the alley. You know what I'm saying? He shot. It was Nipsey and two other people. Multiple shots. Nipsey got shot 5 or 6 times. Unfortunately, he did not make it. Now there are, I think it's one dude that's still in the hospital right now.
It's 2 of them.
2 of them, right? They're still in hospital, critical condition.
Yeah, but go back to the video.
Yeah. So the video, it's just, bro, it's sad. I'm kind of in the middle, man. Like I feel like, yes, he has said some things about gays that were negative. But dude, I've been listening to hip hop for forever. A lot of hip hop artists say things about. It's to the point now to where I'm immune. Like it doesn't even. I'm serious. It doesn't affect me like that because I like the talent of the artist, and I realize that they're just not.
Everybody got their own
smart enough.
opinions.
You know what I'm saying? They got their opinions, so it's like whatever. Chris Brown, he done said a lot of fucked up shit. Yeah, I know he ain't gonna let me.
And I love Chris too.
And you know,
all it's females say shit right? Too. Yeah. You know so in the video, he went around, shot him, came back. Now, mind you, he had a female motherfucking driving the getaway car. Came back, shot him again, shot him in the head, slowly came back, went back, kicked him, and then went got in the motherfucking car. Now the bitch, when I interviewed her, TMZ interviewed her, she said, oh, she didn't know she was driving a getaway car. What the fuck was you listening to music, bitch? Because you can hear gunshots through music. He ain't had no silence on that gun. My thing is, this is a $1 million crib. It don't matter, and it's some hood shit. It don't matter who you are, where you at, what hood you in. In order for you to 86 a high-ranking crip, you gotta go to another high-ranking crip to get the 86 for that. There was no 86 for that motherfucking murder that happened. Shitty Cuz was a crip. This nigga was in his neighborhood in crip territory. He owned 1/5 of the motherfucking area that's in that block radius. I don't believe it was no motherfucking crip on crip crime. I feel like that nigga Shitty Cuz had just got out of jail. They paid him off. He was for motherfucking hire. He did that shit. And yeah, they called him and it's on tape and all that shit. I ain't saying there's no motherfucking conspiracy behind Dr. Sebi or whatever. At first, that was my initial thoughts. But as I think more into it, you in your hood, on your block, in front of your store, with niggas that's supposed to be your motherfucking cuz, crip brothers, whatever the fuck y'all want to call each other. And nobody had a tool. Nobody had a gun. This nigga was able to run back. Nobody shot him. Nobody saw nothing. Nobody is saying nothing. And you in the same block where you done hired crips. That shit don't add up to me. At all.
I don't think it was government affiliated either. Now, although I do feel like there is definitely strong evidence that suggests the government may have been involved. Obviously, pharmaceutical companies are making billions of dollars a year. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. They're killing the game, bitch. The government's paying them. Everybody is paying them for HIV medication, whether it be preventative measures, especially Truvada, the pharmaceutical company Truvada. They killed it. They're
big.
They're like a triple
making money. Period.
10 years ago, right?
But so how many people have tried to cover this Dr. Sebi shit?
So look, y'all fucking with me.
Go ahead.
You ain't saying nothing.
Go ahead and snap, man.
No. I didn't say anything because I was trying not to just reveal my thoughts in full transparency.
Let's be transparent.
Well, child, it's a slow night, so I can say what I need to without a bunch of backlash.
You think so?
Hopefully.
So
this is the thing. This is the thing. I am really unconcerned, unmotivated, and unmoved by a person who died at the hands of saying that I am less than a man. I am not moved, unconcerned, and unbothered by a person who feels like excellence looks like everything aside from me. And I am so unmoved by a person who is creating a documentary to talk about the fact that this one person supposedly, unfoundedly cured HIV to people who you think are less than people. I am not moved. I think that it's always sad when we have situations such that a Black life is lost, period. That is sad. That is unfortunate. But unfortunately, I have no emotions, no care, no concern for a person that thinks that my very existence means that not only am I not Black excellence, but I am not a Black man. I am unmoved. I think it is so unfortunate that every time we come to these spaces, I have to choose whether I'm Black first or whether I am LGBT first. And I want you to be real clear. Those things are not intersections. They are the same for me. I am Black and gay all the time, every day. When I walk out into spaces, I am looked at by who I love and what my skin color looks like all the time. When people talk to me, they say you're a predator, you're HIV positive, you're nasty, you're nothing. And the fact that you felt like that, and now you're creating a documentary to show how he proved blah, 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 blah. I can't be less fucked up in my life.
Okay.
So you don't, so for you, you don't even care that the man was Black and he was killed?
I can't be fucked up.
Well, to contrast, although I
have something to say.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say, there was a lot of time that transpired between some of the statements that Nipsey made and his decision to, fund this documentary. I mean, it had been like 3 years. Now, we're infamous for stating that we should, acknowledge or understand that people change, people grow, people evolve. Why did Nipsey not evolve? He denounced gangs. He was working with, the California Police Department.
We finna get fucking real.
Oh, we are.
We are, because you clapping and I still have questions.
I'm
when the last time you ate Chick-fil-A?
I don't.
You don't eat Chick-fil-A?
I don't.
Have not.
I don't.
You haven't either?
I don't eat.
You haven't eaten Chick-fil-A?
No,
actually,
but this the difference, right? When a corporation, right? When a corporation sits there, right, and makes a statement against same-sex marriage when they are already a Christian institution, right? There is a difference in a corporation making that statement than a person that looks like me. Kathy Truitt does not. What is he? Is he a person of color?
He is.
Okay, so that puts
so
him
you're putting
in
the
that
minority because he's Egyptian.
So if he's not,
if he in Houston,
if the individual
I mean,
is
if
not
he
a
in
person
the
of
United
color,
States,
is the prejudice not the same? Does it not have?
It's still the same.
Does it not apply
Them
the same
motherfuckers
pressure?
don't want you. Calvin Klein don't want you wearing his shit. Tommy Hilfiger don't want you
who
wearing
wears
his
that?
shit.
Who wears
Bitch,
that?
motherfucking Levi's don't want you wearing his shit.
I wear Italian clothes, so all of them want me wearing it.
Bitch, them hoes don't want you wearing that shit. The Gucci
They
don't
gay.
want you wearing that shit.
They gay.
What I'm saying is, it's a lot of motherfuckers that speak against us being black and fucking gay.
And by the way, I've never bought anything that says Nipsey Hussle. Actually, I didn't know anything about her until she was dead.
Real life?
Real life.
That's sad.
First of all, I love Nipsey.
I didn't even know it was I'm just figuring out it's a man.
I've listened to Nipsey's music.
I can't be bothered.
I'm a lover of humanity. So even though I am this bitch said he just found out that, and I'm not laughing at the man's death. God rest his soul.
God rest his soul. It's sad that anybody dies.
Yeah, it's sad when
I can't pay
anybody
it just
dies.
yet,
but
I can't pay it.
I'm not gonna pay it because I've been riding with Nipsey since motherfucking Money in the Bank.
This the unfortunate part. The unfortunate part is we will ride with someone who's creating a documentary based on potentially no. You're riding with him, and he was creating creating a documentary based on unfounded results. Yet, not you, but the community doesn't ride with those that are living with HIV when they need us the most. It's no tea.
Woo! Now you fucked me up.
Okay, so like I said, I'm a lover of humanity.
Be gone.
I advocate for everyone, black, brown, white, yellow, green, purple, good pussies, bad pussies, HIV positive, not positive, you equals you. I love everyone. I'm a lesbian Christian woman. I can't be on a platform stating that I ain't eating pussy, but I still serve the Lord. Like, that would be very hypocritical. The Lord know my heart and he know my mouth. So what I'm saying is, I love everyone.
I do too.
I don't have an issue. Whatever that man felt is whatever the fuck he felt. You have to understand. Understand me. I still fuck with motherfuckers. I love Chris Brown. He done said shit about gay people. I love motherfucking P. Diddy. He done said shit about gay people. And that bitch getting fucked in the booty somewhere in New York somewhere.
What's your question?
I want to know, why is it that we get so offended by people's opinion of people?
I don't.
Well, so this is why I particularly this situation, right? He was literally building the black community.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Absolutely. That's undoubted.
So are we discrediting him?
No. He was absolutely building the black community, and then made a statement: Black excellence looks like this. And he followed that statement by saying it is not any homosexuals or something to that. The point is, what he's saying is, as I'm building this community, I'm leaving you out, yet I'm doing a documentary based upon the very disease that's taking y'all out. It don't make sense.
But what was his motive for the documentary?
I don't.
That's
he's
what
dead. I don't
about.
know.
From what I gathered, there was a concern about the black people as a whole. Yes, he did not acknowledge gay lives. I get that. But I don't want to discredit what he has done for the black community. We can't. That's like me hitting you for one thing that you fucked up on.
Good.
But at the same time,
this bitch still running around here saying period, and the motherfucking city girls that said shit about gay people and motherfucking
and it's like they really honestly fuck city girls. I love period.
Don't even know them hoes.
Like I only fuck with JT initially. Anyway,
I don't know her either.
Period.
Or him.
But
Justin Timberlake, I don't know her.
This bitch is Mariah.
With me being PR driven, P should have never motherfucking let that bitch sit her ass on the Breakfast Club and say what she said, because I would have slapped the fuck out of her when she first started talking. The bitch would have been on the floor.
Point is,
all I'm saying is, I'm a lover of humanity. I love you. I love Danita the same. I love Karel the same. I love my straight
side note, since you love everybody the same.
So much.
One last thought about this. if it was a Crip on Crip situation,
Right.
why are we so focused on talking about the fact that that Crip had to go through this instead of the fact that that was a black man killing a black man?
I'm okay with that situation too. I still don't. Black on black crime is black on
And black on black crime. The media has covered that for 15 years now.
I think that I wish for me, I guess, with this whole Nipsey Hussle thing, it's so many layers to it, right? We can all agree on that. The homophobic, the black excellence, the black on black crime, the gang on gang crime. I wish that, because I feel like every time something happens in the world, God gives us an opportunity to do something with it.
Yeah.
And for me, I think that on top of the fact that it has so many layers, I wish that this would be a contrast to be able to even tell rappers. How are so many rappers moved or hurt that Nipsey got killed? But everything they rap about is dope and killing.
Because every single time that someone dies, that they've engaged with or they've touched base with, it reminds them of how dangerous their lifestyle is.
But my thing is that you can't promote drugs and killing and tearing up sets and kicking in people's doors, and then when a rapper dies for the same shit that you're rapping about, what part are you moved about? So I think for me, it's a lot of layers to this, and if we grab it the right way and separate layers, a lot of positivity can come from it.
Right.
But we have to remove emotion and deal with the situation at hand completely, because kids follow it, adults follow it, kids who have no guidance look up to these people, and we allow the stigma that what they're talking about is okay.
Right.
So when do we say, okay, Nipsey died, he was trying to build a community, but we're sick of rappers always promoting the same thing that he died for. So when do we turn our backs on that?
Facts. Now, I'm not going to sit here. The only point that I'm making is I'm not going to sit here and discredit the fact that Nipsey wanted to change his life. Right. He had taken steps. He had invested his own personal capital of his $8 million net worth, allegedly, that people say he was worth. He actually had taken steps to change his life. Okay? So that's what I'm irritated about. I feel like people are hitting him up that are gay. Well, not hitting him up, but you know what I'm saying, hitting him for the fact that, you know what I'm saying, he discredited gays. He did. He said some very disrespectful things. But we cannot focus solely on those disrespectful things that he said. What else did he do?
At the end of the day,
because I've done some fucked up shit in my life too,
and people forgave you for that, and they moved on. So at what point do we take the fact that he did? Because you saying no, because this bitch said he didn't even know who the fucking man was. You went and Googled him. I'm assuming,
he rocking, I know,
and because he wants to come for us. I don't get the boots. Rest in peace, my nigga.
Right.
I still love him.
Meanwhile, London, she toe up, bitch probably still in her red bottoms. And Ian is just here unbothered simply because of the fact that he said that gays were less.
Listen, I said at the very beginning, I am sad for anyone to lose their life, which also would implicate that I am sad for those connected to the person losing their life. How they felt. Be really clear that my brother.
I knew it was coming.
Be really clear that my brother was shot 9 times in a similar situation as this, and was in the hospital for almost 10 months. And
you feel like nobody cared?
Right? No, he came through. Bless him. It's not my business. Because he would say the same thing that Nipsey would. Pay it. Relationship problems, part 2.
Okay, all right. On Saturday, we talked about motherfucking relationship problems. I felt like the conversation wasn't ended.
Okay.
So we need to dive deeper and peel back some layers.
Okay.
I hope you bitches ready to share this put relationship shit. Tag your friends, tag your mama. We talking about mamas, cousins, bitches, you fucking everybody.
And be clear, we knew it was gonna be a light night, but bitch, we building off the momentum. Shit. And on top of the fact that, bitch, we know people be waiting on us. So share this if you can. Do a watch party,
man. Real nigga shit.
And we about to have a good time with this. So we're gonna let Kimmy take the lead or whatever.
I gotta take the lead.
You ain't got no choice. Shit.
Okay, so I'm first. Let me give some background. I'm an emotional creature, right? I hold on to grudges. I have mommy issues. I also hold on to people that aren't necessarily good for me. So that's the reason why I feel like we should dive deeper and peel back layers.
Okay.
So my very first question was, what are some traumas that you don't discuss when you're giving up on a loved one? So that was the first question, and I'm not answering first. I want to answer last.
So
I think for me, the trauma of having like this separation anxiety, right? Like the truth of the matter is I know when things are toxic for me, and they don't look toxic for me in a way that everybody else feels it's toxic. Like we're not fighting, we're not arguing, we're not beating bitches with a bottle, but sometimes it just don't fucking work, right? And I know it's not working, but the fear of not having that person around, the fear of having the comfort, the connection to having the comfort around me makes me stay. And it really has a lot to do with the fact that I have no one, right? I don't have a connection to anyone. And so like when bitches come around, it's like, oh, I'm gonna keep you around just because, bitch, you feel a void. Fuck that. Fuck that.
I don't know. I think one of the traumas is I don't know if it's the thought of loss of something that you thought had longevity.
Yeah.
You know, most times we get into relationships and you know, I think the stigma is relationships are supposed to be immortal. Like it's supposed to last forever. Once you start vibing and start getting into it and it feels good, and that first 6 months of courting and it's developing, you in your mind you already start planning years ahead. So when it does come to an end, that separation or that jilted what happened to forever, I think that's a heavy trauma.
Correct.
He like, I'm not really that connected.
Bro, like I mean, it's just a lot. Y'all know when it comes to relationships, my shit is a catastrophe.
We're not just talking about like partners. We talking about period, like family, mama, cousin, auntie, sister, brother.
I mean, as far as just to give you guys an example of how I work, I fuck with 5 people in my family. These are the bitches who have been there for me.
Yeah.
The rest of these hoes, I don't know who you are, girl.
Yeah. So you being Mariah Carey.
I don't know your name.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. When I came to the family reunion, I don't know you. When they was like, hey, Correct, you know, when you grew up.
Girl, right.
Like, but I think like, bitch, I don't fuck with you. Like, why would you even tell me that? And that's my attitude.
Yeah, and I think it's also reflective of just like the whole coming out experience. Like coming out like really places people either for you or against you. And sometimes the people that are for you are against everyone else. Like they have to be completely opposite. Now I can't talk to you because you for that pump. You for that sissy, you for that dyke. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a part of the coming out experience to have to kind of pit people against each other.
Yeah, so it's like if I don't know you, don't be upset, don't be offended. But bitch, you're a non-factor because you have not contributed to my life. And I'm not speaking monetary. Yeah. I'm speaking in general.
Yeah.
Period.
I've recently learned to not give a fuck, and that's a learned trait. And the reason why I say that is because I've in my 36 years of life, I've given too much, I've loved too much, I've allowed too much. So the trauma that I deal with is not even necessarily separation anxiety, but I used to, not now, because I'm in therapy, praise God, amen. I used to worry about what was going to be said about me separating myself from people or like saying fuck you and fuck that. You know what I'm saying? And it, like I said, I'm emotional. So I feel like I give more love to people than I'm receiving in return.
Were you, because you talked about this in a couple other episodes, were you always treated like the fat girl in the family?
It wasn't even that I was the fat girl. So here's the case. with my family. My grandmother raised me. My mama had me when she was 17. My daddy was a trash box. I was raised in a household with my aunties and both of my uncles. So it's basically like they were my sisters and brothers. It wasn't necessarily that I was treated like the fat girl, but my grandmother kept me sheltered. Okay. And she was a Christian woman. So I was always in church. I was in church, Bible study, Saturday, Sunday school, praise dance. You know what I'm saying? And I to a sense, I feel like my grandmother probably held me up on a pedestal like Kim is this and Kim is that. And other people gained like a dislike for me because my grandmother did have me on a pedestal and she did keep me sheltered from a lot of things. Like, I don't know. I didn't learn a lot of shit until I'm from Third Ward and I'm hood than a motherfucker. But it wasn't until high school that I actually like got out of hand and started doing shit I didn't have no business doing. And I'm saying this because my grandmother got more and more sick and older. So it's just kind of like, oh, I'm gonna do this because I know she can't do shit to me. You get what I'm saying? But like I as an adult, go ahead. No. Go ahead. Yeah. I just feel like honestly, we all deal with those traumas when we let go of people. Like I had a cousin and the bitch don't understand and she running around telling family that I said this and I said this about her. Let me tell you what this bitch did. She lied to me for an entire 9 months.
Then she had a baby?
There was no baby. Told me she was pregnant. Had me planning a motherfucking baby shower. Putting my money into something because she know I had that type of love for her. You know what I'm saying? Asked her, where's the baby? Where are the pictures? Oh, I had to give the baby to the baby daddy's sister. I'm talking to one of my other cousins. I was like, where Keisha baby at? Yes, I said her name on the line. Fuck you and fuck that. My cousin was like, Keisha ain't never had no motherfucking baby. What you paid your money for? Blah, blah, blah. What you did this, you gave her this, you did that. I mean, I'm like pouring money into this bitch, giving her money for cakes and diapers and blah, 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 and this, that, and the other. Had a whole motherfucking baby shower, y'all. No motherfucking baby.
Wow.
So when I go to fuck off on her because she done hopped in my inbox and be like, cousin, why you don't talk to me? No, bitch, because you lied to me. And you need to get your shit together. And no, I can't fuck with you. And no, we can't hang out. And no, I'm not coming to see you. I don't give a fuck about you no more. And until you get your shit together and do right, I ain't fucking with you no more.
Facts.
So that's where I'm at with the whole entire situation. I don't give a fuck if it's my mama. If you do something to me at this point in my life, I don't give a fuck anymore because I felt like I gave so much to be accepted by you bitches because of the way that my grandmother raised me and the things that she instilled into me and the things that I was taught. You get what I'm saying?
So is it you don't give a fuck or you have a wall that is your defense mechanism to not make you feel how they used to make you feel?
We're gonna go back and forth.
You could look at it as a wall, but if I can honestly just be like truly honest with you, I've taught myself to not give a fuck and to not like it's a learned behavior. Yeah. It's either I'm gonna give a fuck too much and I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna wanna figure out why you did this to me and I'm gonna be carrying this stress on my motherfucking shoulders and crying every day. Or either I'm not gonna give a fuck and I'm gonna move on with my life like you don't exist.
Well, I want to be quickly transparent when we're talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like, as you guys know, I am an advocate of self-esteem. So when I got on the live, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've been drinking a lot. And what I noticed was my stomach was puffy. Let me give you a retrospect. Let me take you back. Back in the day, I would have said, oh, I can't get on the live. I can't do it. You know, this, that, and the third. Corel now is, look, this is what it is. You have to understand that sexiness evolves. It's in and out. It's around and around, bitch. It's like a rolling ball. You feel what I'm saying? Confidence and sexiness are two different things. Confidence is knowing that regardless of what the situation is, I'm that dude.
Right.
And to be able to sit on a public platform and say that, there was a time when I couldn't do that. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be able to do that. You have to be able to make it clear, crystal clear that I'm that dude regardless. If I gain 10 pounds, 20 pounds, shit fluctuates.
So how are you tying it in? Are you saying that?
I'm tying it in general as just letting the people know that when it comes to loving yourself, it's a lot deeper than saying I love myself.
Well,
you have to understand the concept.
It's an evolution.
Like bitch, absolutely. Do y'all understand? Absolutely. Like my memoir is gonna be called "Getting Fat Saved My Life." It really is entitled "Getting Fat Saved My Life" because bitch, when I was young. And I was skinny, I was dumb, and I was full of
You was unsure yourself?
No, it's not. It's not the fact. Yeah, it's not
and
the
then,
fact. ... Yeah, it's not the fact that I was unsure of myself. It's the fact that I didn't have to find myself. Because everyone told me who I was. Everyone told me I was sexy. Everyone told me I was a hoe. Everyone told me I was fucking. Everyone told me I was dating. Everyone told me you was smart and you was cute and you was fine and you was beautiful. Right? And then all of a sudden I start gaining weight and bitches start saying, hold on. I came from New Orleans.
The whole part.
Yeah.
See, I start gaining weight. It just got real.
Yeah, I start gaining weight and people was like, nah, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I came from New Orleans. Hold on. Let me make my point. I came from New Orleans and people would literally come up to me in the club and be like, oh, you got big here. And I'm just like, how do I deal with this mentally because this is really fucking
contrast.
And see,
hold on. I gotta make sure I make my point.
Go ahead.
When he make his point, I'm figure out how
and then you go ahead and do it.
The issue is like I had to really figure out how in the fuck do I deal with this as a skinny nigga that got fat, right? How am I dealing with this? And what it really came to is once I got fat, I could no longer sit in the same space and say it's all about my looks. Right. It's all about how I dress. It's all about how boyish I look. Right?
Quick,
no. I'm making my point. That's it.
Yes, bitch.
So my point is, my point simply is getting fat saved my life because at that point I could no longer rely on anything that was superficial.
Yeah, it was superficial.
I now had to dig. Yeah. And I had to dig. And it was many days of crying. It was many days of having low self-esteem. It was many days of going to the club and getting as drunk as fuck as I possibly could so that when people said stuff, I wouldn't have facial expressions. It was many days of me waiting till it was winter so I could wear overcoats so you can see how big I was. Until now I can go out and I go out with confidence. Not because of how I look, right? I go out with confidence because of what I bring to the table.
And who I am.
Yeah, and who I am. I went on a date last night with this young man, and I was nervous as fuck because he met me when I was skinny. He didn't know he met me when I was skinny, but he met me when I was skinny. And I went out on a date with him, and I was sitting across from him, and my insecurity just vomited and asked, so what do you think? And I was just waiting on him to say, well, you've gotten big, you've gotten uncomfortable. And he said, I'm proud of you, and I'm thankful to be here with you.
Wow.
Simply because of who I am.
So is this a relationship? I mean, what's
No. It's very
early conception.
And see, for y'all, it's different because y'all have gained weight. Yeah. I've been the girl who was 5'8" and 200 pounds in middle school. Nigga, I was 5'8". Throwing balls.
I want to establish something. What people have to understand is there's a such thing as water weight. For example, what I'm looking at right now, it's water weight.
That's fucking with you.
If I go home, it really is. Because when I look at that shirt, I was like, bitch, last time I had the shirt on, it fit good. And now it looks slightly...
I don't know. I am who I am. For me, it was opposite. I've always been the big girl. I've always had ass. I've always had hips. Bitch, it was a time when I was 432 pounds and I was walking in the club with a motherfucking full-length tulle skirt on. Not just because of where I wear, but who I am. So I had to build myself being fat. Now that I've lost a little weight and the bitch got a tummy tuck, ain't nothing changed. I'm still the same motherfucking person. I'm just less tolerant of people's bullshit.
Yeah. But you get the point. Because I need the whole part.
What you said?
What's crazy is, and my wife is here, so watch her facial expression.
Right.
Yes, I'm looking. Why? Where you at?
I have never been one that has been, and I know this is gonna sound real messy, but I don't want y'all to say that. Let me finish. I am never one who has ever been cocky or put on clothes and enjoyed the person that looks back at me. I never have.
You do it for you?
It does. I've never felt like I was attractive. Never. My wife will compliment every angle of me. But if you notice that here lately you see more selfies of me, it's because I'm trying to come into who I am. I have never gotten dressed and looked in the mirror and said, bitch, you look nice.
Man,
I've never felt attractive. I've never felt sexy. I've never felt cute. I was always just me. So now I'm trying to accept who I am. Unfortunately, it has created an alter ego because people will tell you, if you catch me off guard, I am bummed out. But if y'all say we got somewhere to go and I get dressed and put my glasses on and I be like, whoop, there it is. And my wife will turn her head. But I've never, I guess, I don't have a self-esteem issue. I don't care how somebody else views me because I can read a bitch to filth and you can be dressed in $1 million and I can have on Walmart slippers. So it's never so like I've never been one who cared about how somebody felt about me because within my own community, my name has been slayed more than it's been lifted. Yeah. But because of the God I serve, tables are turning, and now the lifting has started, the slaying has stopped, and now they want to link with me, and I got a wall up.
So speaking of that,
let me sit this right
speaking of that, can a person be in a relationship, any type of relationship, a friendship, a connection, intimate relationship, and openly work on themselves while having a healthy relationship?
Absolutely. But believe it or not, my wife has. And I think a part of me is becoming that monster. Like, oh yeah, and it's sad that at 40 years old, I would say I've arrived. But I'm here.
No.
And now, that's y'all's time out. That is y'all's opinion. I'm telling you from my mouth. Yeah. At 40 years old, I'm just telling myself I've arrived. If you think it's a lie, go on my social media sites. Go back. I've never taken pictures by myself. I've never taken a lot of random selfies. My pictures have always been with other people. Within the last 4 months, my Instagram is probably full of just pictures of me. My wife said, we taking pictures together? Oh, and I'm telling you, like, but it's she has given me the opportunity with complimenting and allowing me to be that person to say, so, and it's still healthy because it's never, my head is never gonna get so big that she becomes small.
Right.
And I hate that because, and I say this for the fat girls. All the fat girls that got snatched, built, big, fix a bitch, I commend y'all because I always say every time we get on the live, it does not matter what we think about you. It's about what you see that looks back at you in the mirror. Right. The one thing that I despise is all you big girls that got small and left the nigga that dealt with all your roles. I do not like that.
And the big bitch, and the big bitch that got small and still act like you're a fat bitch.
Okay, so I'm gonna address both of you motherfuckers today, okay?
That's a
like you understand something. When I was 432, I was confident. When I was 400, I was confident. When I lost that 76 pounds by my motherfucking self before I decided to go have surgery, I was confident. I've been the same big-headed ass bitch. The nigga I was with left me because I lost weight. So be clear.
Crystal clear.
I did not leave my nigga when I lost weight, and I'm still a big girl. The smallest I've been. What I'm saying, I had got to 185, y'all, and that was the first thing she said. Never get with a big girl, and she had weight loss surgery because the bitch gonna leave you. No, bitch, I didn't leave you because of that. I left you because you put your hands on me. Well, be clear.
Two things about you and then about me.
Yeah.
The first thing is I finally saw the picture of 185. Awful.
Exactly.
Never get that small again. Yes. Bitch, you need some meat on your bone.
I had a big ass fucking head.
It was not. I was not moved. I said, "Oh."
You was not impressed.
Oh no.
Neither was I.
This bitch looks good right here. That's the first thing. The second thing is there is also like a sense of fetishization of whatever you are, right? Like as we know, when you're younger, a lot of gay men are more feminine. They get more masculine as they get older. Or some gay men, or some gay men are big, or people are big and then they lose weight. And the issue is people want you for where you are, not where you're going in the first place. And so the issue is when people see you and they see you lose weight, it's never really been about who you really are. It's always been about how you look.
Right.
And so the moment you lose weight, you no longer become attractive to me because I was never in love with you.
Right.
I was in love with the way you look.
No, I think my ex, and this is me being honest, I felt like my ex was in love with the fact that she could keep me under her thumb because I was confident to the world. You know what I'm saying? But at home,
you were vulnerable.
It was like, bitch, I'm fat, you're skinny, you're pretty.
He's sending that video.
I don't know. I honestly just felt like I was not that bitch. So for me, in front of the cameras, because I was fashion stylist Kimberly Nicole, it was, you know what I'm saying?
Because people expect you
expected me to. But I was still dealing with demons within myself because when I got with her, I was 185 pounds, bitch. I was fine. So for me to go from that to 432 pounds, being in the band, marching in the motherfucking band, being small, playing volleyball, and all these things, to me being this big ass lady and not recognizing who the fuck I was because I had cut all my fucking hair off, that all of that was not me. So I don't know. I just feel like you can work on yourself while you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have to work on yourself when you're in a relationship with somebody who's going to be accepting of who you want to become. And where you're going.
And what you have to understand is people are going to glorify you when you're like just a week ago. But people don't understand. They really don't understand how weight works. Your body is 70% water. Right now, I'm bloated. I've been drinking for 2 weeks. I don't know why. Studying, school. I've been drinking a lot. But I guarantee you in a week when I stop drinking, that shit is gone. I've done this so many times, fam. I'm telling you how it works. Like your body is not, the majority of your body is not fat. It's actually liquid. So when you think about diet and you think about what you eat, that just a quick 1-2, that's what it is. It's what you eat. You cut that out for 2 weeks.
Me working on myself, period, was just more than weight. It was weight. It was me growing my hair back. It was me getting my skin together.
But you notice what I'm saying. What I'm telling you, right, is right? Like
I weighed myself this morning.
I'm big as fuck.
I weighed myself this morning and I was 253. And then I weighed myself after I only ate 2 meals and I worked out and I went to school and I did a little shopping. So I've got my little steps in. And before coming here, I was 264. I know that it's water weight. I know I haven't eaten shit that's like bad.
Drop that off.
Yeah, I know that it's a fluctuation in my weight. Honestly, at this point, bitch, either you gonna just love me while I'm working on myself, or
yeah. Because at the end of the day, I'm that nigga regardless.
Right.
That bitch regardless, right?
So I don't really even give a fuck.
Matter. You feel me?
So I'm working. I'm single now, and I'm still yet working on myself, and I'm in therapy and counseling.
So what's the one?
And yeah.
What's the one thing in a current or previous relationship that you would change about yourself?
You ready? I was insecure. I was very insecure in some of my.
That's so interesting because you always say that they're very insecure.
No, I actually was, and I appreciate that gag. I think in the past I was very insecure in my relationships, and it's particularly after they cheated on me. After that, I was just out of there. Pharrell nowadays is, I'm going to tell you one time what my expectations are. If you violate those, you're chopped. Period. I don't go back and forth. I don't think to myself, oh, I'm in love. I've done that for so long. It didn't work for me. You know what I'm saying? And also, on top of that, another thing, bro, like, stop looking for these niggas that's just so fine and so attractive and so sexy. Bro, let that go. I let that shit go a year ago, and I've been so happy.
I think
if you thick, you got a lot of ass or whatever, you got a little dick, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I think Boogie is sexy.
Oh!
You're in love. So
okay, anyway,
that's why it's a chop.
And by BT Dub, he was talking about you prior to the podcast.
I was, and that's why I'm letting people know. I'm just saying.
You mad?
No.
You mad he in love?
No, I'm not mad that he's in love. The point that I'm trying to make.
Somebody tag Boogie
just because,
Johnson.
Yeah, tag Boogie Johnson so he know, because I don't think he on tonight. But what I'm saying is, the point that I'm trying to make is, people get so caught up, oh, this person got to be fine. They only talk to motherfuckers. Is that fine? What y'all don't know is we take these thirst traps early in the morning, niggas. Stomach flat, everything straight. You know, a motherfucker been vegan a whole week. You feel what I'm saying? There's a lot that goes into it. That's the blessing of being
a fat nigga.
I'm just saying.
I take my thirst traps at any point of the day.
I don't take thirst traps at any point of the day, nigga. I take them shits early in the morning, bitch. When I first wake up, my body done process my food. I'm look, everything is good. A lot of niggas do that. A lot of niggas tell me they do that. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
like,
I think
y'all stop feeling.
I think I would change the fact, and this is something very personal to me. I think I would change the fact that I do not have sex after probably like the first year. I just get so disgusted with the chore of having sex. Sex becomes such a chore. Mainly because I am attracted to people who identify or ideally like the same thing I like. So I generally like versatile top men, right? And so we get into this relationship and we really like each other and we flip-flopping. I always tell a person, you'll be able to tell if I'm going to be in a relationship with somebody if they fuck me, right? Because only people that fuck me have been in relationships with me. And so if we are flip-flopping, we're probably going to be dating. And we begin dating and we flip-flopping and the sex is good and we fucking in public and we experiencing stuff and all this kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden, somebody makes a decision or both of us make a decision that we don't really want to get fucked anymore. And we don't want no open relationship. And we don't want any of these things. And so we're looking at each other and then it turns into cuddling and then it turns to sleeping on the other side of the bed. And before you know it, we are in what I would consider a friendship that is just scared to break up from a relationship. And though sex is not like the most important thing, it is an important thing. And it expresses a way of showing love to a person you care about. And the fact that it becomes a chore is an issue. So I'm hoping to fix that.
Absolutely, bro.
One thing that I would change, current or previous, is I have a really smart mouth. And sometimes I overspeak myself. And sometimes I get in the moment and in the anger. And I go for the jugular vein. And also, I am not one to take accountability for my actions. And I said that was
bitch, let me go. I just need to just.
And this is friendships, relationships, period. Bitch, I don't want to be wrong. Like, but I'm learning now that I'm wrong a lot.
This is a different show for us, child. This is
we
like
breaking down some barriers.
Yeah, this is like the Danita show on steroids, child. This is do something different on steroids. So you girls, some of you girls, y'all are probably like,
they're probably like, what the hell?
Yeah, they're probably peeking in and peeking out. It's a really light night, but y'all gonna learn something. What would you change?
I wouldn't change anything.
Okay.
Only because I think that I have a fair balance. I try to be as fair with people as I possibly can. I find sometimes that I give more than I get in return. So I allow the kick in the ass mentality. That's something that I think I have changed. I've learned to say no a lot more than I used to say yes. I'm very forgiving. I'm a good listener. I do what I can to keep things light and at an even plateau with the people that I surround myself with. So I'm not going to change. I'm only going to get better.
Will you ever get fucked in a relationship?
Yeah. I mean, girl, let's just be clear. That lady's not having any honey.
Zero.
Okay.
She would love that. Yeah, that's
So there was this thing where Diddy was talking about he made a mistake by not marrying, what's her name?
Kim Porter.
Yeah, I thought he killed her, but okay.
Detail a time when you knew basically you weren't ready to settle down, and do you currently have the Diddy syndrome, where you are missing out because you won't take the chance?
I have walls. So like, here's my thing.
Hopefully,
no. I mean, I have those walls too. Juicy got a little wall, girl. But what I'm saying is, I have walls, and the reason why I have those walls is because I've been in situations since I've been single that were highly motherfucking unnecessary. Like, bitch, I'm single. So if you got a hoe at home, okay, look, bitch, I got a hoe at home, but I think you fine. Let's fuck. Let's move on. I'm with it because I'm single. So for you to like be, and then I had a situation where the bitch hoe was living with somebody, y'all, and like didn't tell me. I had another bitch who just was motherfucking crazy. I love her, but the bitch was fucking crazy, okay? I can't fuck with that whole sign. It's just, they over there. They no more of them. But I have walls because I be feeling like just females in general, they don't know how to be fucking honest, like completely motherfucking honest. And that's just people in general, including myself. I've been in situations where I lied and didn't want to tell somebody that I was fucking with somebody else. But bitch, at this point, you either gonna take me for what the fuck I am or you not.
Like for instance, I mean, I don't know if this is true or not. Are you still abstinent?
No. Okay, y'all. I hate this bitch. Yes, I'm still abstinent. I'm still abstinent. I don't know why I feel like I'm running around here passing out Miss Juicy. She is the golden rule is you need to invest.
So you saying before God and your integrity, you still abstinent?
Yes, I ain't having sex.
I
haven't had no
sex. Masturbation, interaction,
plastic,
like plastics and other tongues, bitch.
Okay, so masturbation don't count.
Masturbation does not count.
So
I motherfucking masturbate heavily.
Okay.
Praise God, amen.
So you got the Diddy syndrome, bro?
All I gotta say is I love the Lord. Honestly, I don't have the Diddy syndrome. I don't have the Diddy syndrome. I feel like, I do have the capacity to love, but people don't trust that I can love. That's the problem.
Do you think that maybe your ego has put it out there to make people believe that you don't? Because you have a tendency to say things that
and then show things.
Right.
Half naked.
Yeah. And so maybe you're unapproachable at some point because of.
Do you think last time I was at the club, do you think I was approachable? Because I thought I was.
I mean, that's that one instance though. Let's talk about.
We talk about it in real life. Do you feel like
I'll be there next week. I'm gonna try my best.
What I'm saying is not so much like on the club scene, even on the platform that we have. You have a tendency as a young man to say things that would make people think that like.
No, I got you.
Okay, so let me just because I'm not gonna bite my tongue. Like if you get on here, you be like, "Cause I fuck niggas and I fuck raw," and somebody might think that you're a very intelligent, handsome young man who has a lot to bring to them. But the core that you put out is that of a reckless black man who's slightly unintelligent and misguided. So they'd be like,
You know what? I get that. Because some people...
And I think it's a defense mechanism.
There are some people... Well, no, I really do like to fuck raw for real. But like, I feel like my intelligence caliber knows that it's dangerous. Mm-hmm. I know that. Mm-hmm. Now, what I have not shared with the people is the steps that I take. Mm-hmm. It's not just I come over your house. Oh shit, let's fuck raw. No, bitch, you going to the motherfucking doctor with me.
So you mean to tell me that?
I've had people stop speaking to me.
Oh well, bitch, that ain't the case. Cause if you fine, I've been in situations where bitch she was fine.
Bye.
And I bust that pussy open and I still bring it back.
I'm a person. I'm not trying to, make it seem like I'm perfect or nothing like that. Because I definitely had scenarios where, I just fuck. But I try my best to mitigate.
So what do you really want? Do you want to settle and commit?
I'm just looking at the script because she done turned into my coach tonight, y'all.
We're talking about relationships and improvements and betterment.
I'm actually relationship oriented, bro. Like I prefer a relationship. So that's the reason why a lot of you guys who send messages and things that are sexually motivated, that's why I don't respond. Because I've done it all. I done fucked, I done got fucked, I done done it all.
What is it?
There's nothing that you can show me that will shock me or make me feel like, oh my God, like you fucked it up. No. So it's like, you gotta give me something else.
So you ready to settle down?
Dead ass.
But are you doing? But the question is,
with.
are you doing settle down shit? Because, like, for instance,
She right there.
listen to me. Like, Juanita Bynum did a sermon that called "No More Sheets," and in it was her testimony. And she was saying how she wanted a man, how she wanted this and how she wanted that. And she kept praying to God because she had some real jacked up relationships. And this is before she got saved. And she said that she went on a fast and devoted some time to God to listen to him. And in a nutshell, God basically came to her and revealed to her that she doesn't have a husband because she's not prepared to be a wife. Her house is not kept. She doesn't have something in the house that makes her welcoming for a man. Geez. So when you talk about relationships and what you really want, my question to anybody that says that, I always ask, are you presenting yourself as a willing temple to receive a wife, to receive a husband? Is your house kept? Is your bills paid? How far are you behind? What's your relationship with your family? Is your pulse and thirst traps? I'm a believer. If a man don't respect his mama, he'll never respect his wife.
Oh.
So does that mean, okay, we're going to talk about this off. I might have to hire
It's hot off the bridge.
Listen, because I need an extra person, a therapist and a psychiatrist. They're getting tired of my ass. So I need an extra person. Am I ready for a relationship? Yes, I'm ready for a relationship. Do I feel like I've done enough work to be deserving of a relationship? I still need work. I'm like 65% there because I still ain't going to trust a lot of you bitches. I don't trust you. So I got to work on that trust shit and then I'll be ready.
Well, I don't think that any one person is 100% trusting of another person because we're human. Yeah. Because of what we've been through, how we were raised, and the environment around us will never, ever allow us to be trusting of a person who's not perfect. Period. I don't care how much we all love each other on this panel. If something ever get real dramatic and things happen and somebody come to y'all in the midst of drama and say dirty said, a part of you might possibly believe it because, okay, well, she didn't do this to me and I don't trust her, and that sounds like something she might
really like me like that.
That's life. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you can't ever say that, or I can't never start a relationship because I got trust issues. I've been in a relationship 7 years and I got trust issues.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that I won't start a relationship. I just need us both to be at the point where we realize, when I meet a person that realizes that, okay, we both have these issues, this is something that we can work on together. I'm going to listen to you. You are going to listen to me. We are going to communicate. And I actually like the way that they look physically and I enjoy them emotionally. And we are both open, I am going to be there. You know what I'm saying?
How open are you? Are you open enough to forgive mistakes?
Ooh. Oh, Father God.
There you go. So, next
the level of shade.
I mean, if I can be honest with you, yes, it depends on who it is. Bitch.
No, see
so
that
I'm so this is where I am. I realize that I am meant to be in something long term, not only long term relationship, long term career, long term.
I'm interested in longevity,
right? And so the thing is, what I have realized is that I am going to have to be hurt to get ready for the person I'm supposed to be. I have got to get to a place where I am vulnerable enough to consistently show up as myself, to get sometimes ran over, trampled over, so that I can be strong enough for the person that I'm meant to be.
Right.
And the unfortunate part about that is it's not always going to feel good. I'm not always going to come out on top. I'm not always going to look the best. But at the end of it, I will have what I need. And I've learned that not because of relationships. I've learned that because of the work that I've done in my life, right? The work that I've done in my life has shown me that you are only going to go up as high as you can if you fall as far as you can, because what you are seeing is resilience. So how a rubber band works is it has to pull you back as far as possible to shoot you as high as you want to go. So I have come to a place where, bitch, you can trample on me. You're not going to make me no fool, right? But you can trample on me if I am meant to be with the person that is best for me. And I look at love, and I look at, especially since I've been around a lot of lesbians recently, and I've been looking at how love looks.
You yell.
Boots, it's okay. They used to it. I got a mic tonight, bro. But no. Seriously, I've been looking at lesbians or whatever the case might be, and what I see with lesbians is like it's this love that I don't see in a lot of gay relationships. And I'm saying that is
I
so.
think it's resilience.
Yeah, it's so perfectly imperfect because of the resilience.
I think women
naturally, we're naturally emotional, and we naturally want. Like, I don't know about all women, but I want long term. I want a wife. I want to have a kid. I want us to have sickening everything in the house with decorations and like cooking and Sunday dinners and church and all. Like, I want all of that.
I think that everybody wants that Huxtable life, but a lot of us are still living a good time mentality.
Yeah,
you know, it's a lot, and not so much in family, but in spirit. Like, we live a lot of impoverished. We have a impoverished mindset to a lot of things, and until that changes, we'll always have that fiction of the house you can smell dinner cooking, and everybody goes to church on Sunday, and everything is just perfect. But we never prepare for that dun 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 dun. And even with like what Ian said, you know, the rubber band pulls you back so far to catapult you. And what happens is with a rubber band, if you put something in it and you pull it back, the object that's in it is getting squeezed like crazy. Yeah. A lot of people can't stand that squeeze. Yeah. So halfway through,
that's my issue.
Halfway through the pullback, when the squeeze get too tight,
you want to fall out.
You can't see what's ahead because you don't want to release that squeeze.
I run from issues. Yeah. Like, even in my friendships and family matters, any of that, like, I know y'all see Kimmy Doll and y'all see that I'm fun. I talk a lot of shit, talk about fucking, sucking on pussies like oxtails. That's a personality, because in my personal life, like, I'm really emotional. I'm really soft. I ain't gonna say I'm reserved, because I'll still cuss your bitch ass the fuck out. But I'm like a different person than what y'all see. So if you present something to me, and that's my issue, if you present something to me, I'm gonna accept exactly what you present to me. So when you switch up or you change, it'd be hard for me to accept, like, so bitch, you was just motherfucking Dr. Huxtable, and now you motherfucking Bill Cosby, you drugging bitches.
But for me, I think that my expectation is that you're so multi-layered that you are both of those people all at once, right? There is capacity for you to be Bill Cosby, to be Dr. Huxtable, and to be Bill Cosby all at once, right? Yeah. And the reality is I have to then decide, based upon those levels, what am I going to do with you? My last relationship was not toxic, like I said, in terms of what people consider toxic at all. It was not the relationship that I choose to be in for the rest of my life. The relationship that I desire to be in the rest of my life is one that builds on things.
Yeah.
I'm living in a rented room when my boyfriend has a whole apartment, right? That didn't make sense to me, right?
So I left. Comfortable just going to his house?
No. The fact that I'm not there is
a big motherfucking fact.
Right.
I get that.
That's just a fact.
So yeah, that's where I am. Exactly what Ian said. He's well spoken. I'm emotional right now, but yeah. So I just feel like I need to find somebody that's gonna be willing to deal with who I am on all those all different layers, and give me what I need when I'm personal, Kimberly. Because a lot of motherfuckers see vibrance, they see glamorous, they see long hair, they see a snatch. And bitch, I be at home looking like a whole motherfucking boy.
Bro, that be me.
Come off.
That be me. I don't got no wigs or no lashes.
Bitch, I put on boxers and a motherfucking sports bra, and I walk around the house and I'm like, I'm myself. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's not just physical. Like, you really have to be ready and open to deal with who the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying?
So, Corell, what's your period?
My quick period, because you know I was coming.
Yeah.
My quick period is this. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you've been through, if you're HIV positive, or no matter what's going on, listen. What you went through in the past, that ain't got shit to do with me. I'm not that dude. I'm not that nigga. So with that being said, and I know Mike is looking confused. What? You want me to say her name? Oh, my bad. Mike from last week. Y'all go add him on Facebook. He He lit. But the point that I'm trying to make is this. I think that we need to identify our insecurities. You know what I'm saying? I come in identifying mine and continuously do so throughout the process. That is the case. There are insecurities. You feel what I'm saying? But don't try it. But the thing of the matter is this. The thing of the matter is that you have to be open and upfront about it and understand that it's cool. It's okay. You know, I got insecurities. You got insecurities. At the end of the day, if we want to build and move forward, you cannot discredit me or use what happened in your past against me.
Okay.
Period. Because I'm not doing that to you.
Kimmy?
I've come a very long way. Although you guys only know Kimmy Doyle, there's a lot to me.
But I looked up the other Kimmy too, the other Facebook page, and gathered some info.
Did you?
Did.
Oh, that's
Put
good.
this period.
Anyway, I'm glad that I've gotten to a point that I can accept who I am, where I am, and actually stand flat-footed and know that I have things that I need to work on. So I'm there and I'm open and I'm working. And I hope that all of my relationships that I currently still have can grow a little bit more. Oh, and one last thing. For you bitches that's out there feeling like I should be at the same level that you at in life, period, in regards to my growth, if me forgiving someone and building a relationship with them causes us to not have a relationship, then you're childish. And I'd like you to exit quietly. Good night.
And my closing thoughts is, whoa. My closing thought is, to whom much is given, much is required. You have to understand that if you are designed to have a lot, to build a lot, to acquire a lot, then you are going to have to go through a lot. And so if you really want the best for you, the truth of the matter is the universe is already going to give you good because it was already set up to give you good.
Right.
But if you truly want the best for you, then sometimes that's going to require the worst to come out of you. And the only way to do that is to go through it.
I got it. All right.
I
So,
agree.
final
Absolutely.
thoughts. Life is all about levels and layers. To thine own self be true. Because with every level, with every layer, whether it be a family, a friend, or an intimacy, there is somebody ordained to deal with each one of those. Stop altering yourself to complement somebody else and forget who you are. This life is going to give you a whole lot of stuff, and you are the final organizer. You put it on a level of priority, and you make your life livable for yourself.
Give your booking information because somebody said they need a session.
I don't have booking information.
She'll put it in the
But I'll send you a message with the information and the
But you
prices.
can hit my inbox though. Danita Forges, Danita M. Forges on Facebook. Hit my inbox.
Add on Facebook, honey Stokes. We love y'all.
We love y'all.
We
Love
peel
y'all.
back layers for you bitches.
But we
Yes.
don't
We are
talk to death today.
Bye.
But yeah.
They don't want to leave us, huh?
It never does.
They don't want to leave us until I walk back down. Till I walk back down. Close on up.
It'd be like one of them quick.
Her name is Honey
Cool.
Honey
Stokes.
Stokes.
Yeah. We done.
Oh my.